A whole lot of Ferraris here at SR Auto downtown Vancouver, some very special ones, but this video isn't about these cars. It's about a very special Ferrari being unveiled right here, right now, for a very near dear friend of ours. You'll see in a minute, and he brought a very special car I haven't seen since Gumball, Southeast Asia. And here it is, Jordan.
Singapore. Yeah,
and the A12. How are you, dude? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
This is a Gucci gang right here.
Yeah, to get back.
By the way, always in true form. Is that all you wear?
No, not well. I didn't know I was doing this until half an hour ago.
Yeah,
So yeah, no.
I like it.
But yeah, most days it's a comfortable way to live.
Dude, you're the Gucci man. You need to have a slogan for that. But it matches the 812. Now, this 812, we've done 3 gumballs with you.
We have.
And you brought in this car in every gumball.
It's done 6.
It's done 6 gumballs. It is the 812 super fast. Now, what's really cool is, if you recall, when we were in Malaysia, they made us wear these plates.
Yeah.
To get in the country.
Yeah.
And like the SVJ, you've kept yours on. And I love the fact that there is no PPF on this car.
No, because when I was doing the second gumball I did, and it was the one from Greece to Ibiza. And because I got into an accident between the first and the second gumballs, this thing had to be rebuilt in like 2 months by the time we got the parts put together. And we didn't have time after we repainted it to re-PPF it. So it's done. So it's riding raw.
Like you guys, just understand the level of grit on here. And Gumball's hard in a car. Like, you're putting some serious miles on. Don't mind me, it's cold here in Vancouver. I'm wearing a jacket and a hoodie. Well, you know, I'm kind of a pussy.
It's the windscreens you go through.
Oh yeah.
Especially because when we were, especially the Middle East one, doing 300 and whatever kilometers, like on this highway with just all the dirt.
And we were allowed to. That was totally legit. The government allowed us to do it.
Yeah, they totally. Basically, then that was why he won Spirit of Gumball. for forgiving all of our photo radar.
Do whatever
tickets.
you want. Just don't hurt somebody.
Exactly.
But yeah, windshields, but also in the paint. But
yeah.
How many kilometers are on this 812?
Just over 50,000.
50,000 kilometers.
And they're hard kilometers. Like most of those are rally events.
Man.
So this car has been through it.
You gotta say, you also match the dumpster.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I stayed going over here.
So we're in the 812, and this car, on the last gumball, was there any mechanical failures or anything, or is it
mechanical? No, we had some electrical issues with because I tried to go change the stereo. Don't bother. The stereos, I don't know why.
Because it's all connected.
So
so
I started messing with the systems. It's actually all been ripped out now. Because it was after spending, because I didn't have proper sound system for like the last 4 gumballs.
Right.
The last one we did, Steph and I had no stereo in the car for the entire event. So imagine being with your wife on a gumball with no stereo. So
well, they actually gave us, so Bang & Olufsen, where's the logo right here?
Yeah.
They actually gave us some speakers for the car. Did you get a speaker or headphones?
If you're in a Rolls Royce,
you'd hear it.
We would have been fine. And this thing,
you can't hear anything. Now this thing, is it straight pipe or what does it have on it?
No, it's got the Novatec.
Novatec exhaust. It's pretty loud, but iconic gumball car. You mind starting it for us?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe get a little love tap on that throttle.
As some of you guys know, I drive quite far back and forth to get to DDE, and that means I get a lot more gas than the average person, as well as I have to leave quite early. I can't usually have breakfast in the morning, but thankfully today's sponsor, Upside, allows me to get gas, and I get to earn money while doing that. So let me show you guys how that works. It's crazy how easy it is to use the Upside app. I was already gonna get gas, but now I earned 45 cents a gallon. All you have to do is open up the Upside app, hit claim, and it even allows you to get directed to the spot that you want to go to. You know what? I think it's time for some breakfast before we get to the shop. Choose what you want, so we're on restaurants right now. Chipotle, can't go wrong. Click on it, claim the offer, get directions. Let's go. Now that we're here, we can earn 3% cash, and I don't even need this card anymore because you've just paid through the app at the front, and then you're ready to go. Simple as that. Upside fits into your daily routine already. Think about it. You're gonna have to get gas, you're gonna have to go out to eat, you're gonna have to get groceries, so why not earn money while doing that? Top earners on Upside are getting as much as $300 cash back every single month. There are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app, ensuring that cash back is always just around the corner. And yes, it's real cash back. No confusing rewards, points, or credits, just actual money you can transfer straight into your bank account. Download the free Upside app today and use code DDE to get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon of gas on your first tank. You're already gonna get gas and get groceries, might as well earn some money doing it.
Now we have to talk about the next gumball. We are going all the way, don't mind me, I'm getting in the car. We're going all the way to Turkey, the start of Gumball 2025, and ending in Ibiza. It's not Ibiza, it's Ibiza,
Yeah, well,
Spain.
it's also west of Turkey, and we're starting out driving east.
What?
Because we go to Romania.
I didn't really look at the actual
Yeah, if you
plan
look
of
at
it.
it on a globe, we start in Istanbul, and Romania's it's east. I think it is. I mean, my knowledge of that part of the world is, well, obviously better than yours. Obviously better than yours. But I was under the impression, I could be wrong, that Romania should be further east.
We're going to like some real places. So that's next September, which is only 8 months from now.
Yeah, no, well, so we had that long break for a while, and now they're just hitting us hard and fast. So
now there was 1 year there was 3 gumballs within 14 months. That was Toronto to Miami,
Right,
Middle East, and then
Europe. Yeah.
Crazy. And this car's on all of them. And 50,000 kilometers. I love this thing. I love all the green in here. The green stitching, the screen. Did you spec this car when you bought it?
Yeah, no, this should have, to get this color, I should have had to do TaylorMade.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was one of those ones, I think it was only because I said please, because I don't think I had that kind of status with Ferrari at the time.
This guy.
Yeah, no, that's for you actually. You know, a little Jordan bobblehead to follow you around.
Is that actually you?
Yeah. Yeah. So a little chubbier me maybe.
Yeah, you've lost weight, looking good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know,
Look at skinny guys in a Ferrari.
Okay, well, you know what'll happen? We're gonna meet every 35-year-old guy and his son. Actually, you don't meet women.
So yeah, exactly true. People always thought that when I was younger with my cars, I was like, I'm gonna impress so many girls.
Yeah.
Girls do not care about cars.
But every dude, every guy that's ever had a poster.
But if you want to pull some bros, this is your tactic.
The way to do it.
Now today is a very special day. Jordan invited me out because he's unveiling a very special car. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. You have seen it in the thumbnail. I may have blocked it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is, how rare is this car?
Well, it's an invite only, right? Like I was flown over to Florence for the launch of it, and it was before they even knew the name, and they showed it to us. It was the level of Ferrari that comes with an outfit.
Damn. And so it's limited production.
Yeah. So I think it's $499. I think it's $499, but it's definitely got numbers.
And you also bought, what we're gonna do for a little drive in this video, is a am I saying this right? Purosangue? Purosangue, which is the SUV.
Yes.
Which I haven't been in yet.
Yeah, no, I've got one, so let's do that.
So it's got the V12 naturally aspirated in the front, and it's an SUV, so it takes on the Urus, but rather than a twin turbo V8, it's got an actual V12, much similar to the one that's in this car, the 599s and the F12. Have you seen our F12?
Yeah.
The twin turbo? 1278 wheel horsepower at the low boost setting.
I know, right?
It's terrifying.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
So let's do this. We're going to do a drive to Ferrari. We'll hear some sights and sounds of this thing in the 812. We're in Vancouver. This is a Canadian vlog, so buckle up, do a car reveal, and check out that SUV, and maybe we'll do an off-road build on one. Damon and I are looking for new options for some cars. Return some inventory, figure out like, what's the next new exciting build? We got the F12 one crazy, 720 is almost done, Murcielago's basically done, Squadron Course is done. Like, what's the next like stupid idea that Damon can get his hands around?
Oh shit, well I mean I got my F80 coming up. What does he have for that?
Not enough money. The one thing about owning a supercar in Vancouver, this is a very left community, and the looks aren't always great. I didn't feel if a guy just walked by like this.
Oh, you get that all the time.
And maybe it's a Gucci tracksuit or the bright green 812, but on the note of the 812, it's one car we haven't owned yet, and I know Damon and I both talked about individual, like, we both love this car.
It's amazing daily drive.
Prices aren't bad. They come down a little bit, but they've stabilized pretty good. It's a big jump from an F12 or a 599 by leap years, but a lot more tech. But what an amazing rally car. Like, Proven obviously has done that. It has the noise. I mean, it sounds amazing. You want to drop down the gear for a sec? And that's like not straight pipe. That's like a tame gentleman's exhaust.
Yeah, until you get behind the car. It's one of those things where it's, you know, I don't really realize because I'm always sitting up here.
Right.
But every once in a while, like if Steph's driving it or whatever, and I can go stand outside and hear her drive away, even the way she drives.
Oh yeah.
You know, which isn't as hard on the accelerator as I am. You can hear her 2 blocks away. You know. So it's still that, and I think that most of the screwed up faces you get are from the noise.
Yeah.
Because people hear it, they think, oh, what's this coming up on me? And then more often than not, people love it. It's a beautiful car.
It's a beautiful car.
And it's like, why would you want to run through your day just getting mad about it?
So is this your gumball car for life? Like next gumball, you bring in this car?
Yeah, no, that's your job. That's what it's actually. It's a great feeling to have a car that can just eat the miles up, not have to worry about it. I mean, almost all of my Ferraris I drive, except for the Monza.
Yeah,
that's just a pain in the butt.
Fair.
And but you spread it between 4 or 5 Ferraris.
So how many countries has this car been to? You calculated that?
Almost all of Europe, about 5 or 6 in Asia, all over Canada, the U.S., especially the Western U.S. But yeah, most of it because we did the gumball too. Yeah, lots.
So
I mean,
probably
in the 30-40 number.
Wow.
And the cool thing is, I've got all my mapping data from.
Hey, hold on a second. Who's that? Get out of here!
Yeah.
Ah.
Usually we wave.
Did you not wave back?
I always wave.
But did he wave back?
Yeah, I'm thinking he did.
Fucking chase him down.
Yeah, no.
We want to say Canadian fight, we need hockey sticks.
Yeah, totally. Right? We fight hard.
Actually, Canadians fight pretty dirty, to be honest with you. Everybody thinks that Dave and I being Canadian, we're really nice. We're not that nice.
Yeah, you're nice. You know, it's all relative.
Until you
right?
cross us.
You're pretty mean for a Canadian, but it's all like the different scales.
I was working in LA for 7 years. I'm getting fucking stabbed in the back over and over.
Oh my God.
So we're almost at Ferrari, and have you seen in person this car yet that we're about to look at today?
No.
You haven't seen it? So this is your first time seeing it?
No. Yeah, you'll probably yes, the answer question, yes. It arrived Monday morning. I got a couple of pictures sent to me by people that managed to spy it when it was getting unloaded from the truck.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so let's go take a look at it.
I'm really pumped for this, and then we'll take a ride in that SUV and check out Vancouver a little bit. Like I said earlier in the video, Vancouver's not LA. They will pull you over here and give you a ticket for a stock exhaust. Like VPD is known as being the worst. Porsche owner, give him a wave. Did he wave back? He didn't wave! What the hell?
Yeah, no, I mean, they won't give you the speed limit ticket that you're too loud these days. What they do is they give you a ticket for a commercial vehicle inspection.
Yeah, so like a state ref in the US, we have what's called a VI here. Box 1, Box 2, Box 3. Box 3 is your car's towed, you can't drive it. Box 2 is you have some time. So they'll pull you over and say, yeah, I don't believe this to be factory. They say sport mode is illegal. It's all their opinion. Make you get an inspection. You get the inspection, it's $500, you pass. But you owe $500 every single time.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe you can't challenge it.
Maybe to Jordan, that's not that big of a deal. So like you should tracksuit on. But the guy in the Civic or the regular car can't afford $500. So they just don't come to Vancouver. They stop modifying cars. It's really killed the car scene here.
It makes it harder to do, for sure. And they're just so sour about it. And of course, it's always the BS. The guy will say, you know, this car is way louder than everything. I've heard Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and McLarens. And I'm like, well, of course it's louder than a McLaren. They sound like sewing.
And then the guy drives by in a Harley Davidson, you're like, and that's allowed?
Exactly, right? Well, and he's using a computer.
There it is, you guys. That is, I can't see the sign. There's a logo somewhere. It's Ferrari Vancouver. And what we got here is pull up. Oh, there we go. We're in the right place.
Just won't block yourself.
Now you're a VIP here, so you can park wherever you want. I
do. I just throw it here and give him the keys.
Do you hand him the key or throw it at him?
I usually just leave it on the seat.
Even better.
You know, they live in that little box up there. You don't always want to go into it. It smells like a hamster cage.
So there's the Purosangues right there. But Purosangue.
Purosangue. It means thoroughbred in Italian.
Fuck's sake.
Sounds better when
call it
Italian
the Ferrari SUV.
Yeah.
Purosangue.
Purosangue. Purosangue.
Purosangue.
See, there you go.
And Luigi in a Purosangue.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
All right. Well, let's go check out your new car.
All right.
Okay, before we get to the big reveal, Jordan has a bunch of Ferraris. How many Ferraris do you have? Do you know?
I think around 8.
His 8 Ferraris, including one very special one that we actually filmed here a few years ago, and that is the
SP2 Monza.
SP2 Monza. Look at this, you guys.
It's officially an 812 Monza SP2.
It's so sick, this
I love this thing.
Now, do you get to drive this ever, or how does it work?
Yeah, I've driven it once, actually. Well, I drove it at a Ferrari event in California when they get down at Pebble Beach. And aside from that, technically I drove it from here home just because whatever, even though it's not licensed for the roads here.
So this is not, technically it's not a street legal car?
No, it's not. Well, it absolutely isn't. There's a amalgamation package coming out.
It's a gray area.
Yeah, well, yeah, and there's a amalgamation package.
Is it a black area or gray area? Or is it
everything's a gray area. Everything's a gray area.
If you know somebody. So the intent would be you could take us on the track, do track days?
No, the intent for this is, well, the way I always tell the story is, so say you had a harem, right?
A what?
A harem, like a collection of ladies.
Oh,
right. So say you had like the 6 or 8 or whatever I've got of the most beautiful women in the world. Right? And you could enjoy their company, whatever.
Meaning what? What would you do with ladies?
Well, but frankly, whatever you want. It's a harem, right? But the deal is, the best one, the most beautiful of the whole flock, whatever they're called, you can't touch that one.
Oh.
Right? So that one, the finest, bird in these.
So you buy this as a trophy.
That's a good way to look at it.
To express your male dominance.
Well, it's the bird in the gilded cage, and it's also the one
bird in the gilded cage.
Yeah.
That is the SP2 Monza.
This has 120 kilometers on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, take this on gumball.
What's that? Oh yeah, no. I thought about it once. And then I didn't. It's just.
Bro. Now I've seen this car in person. We filmed here a few years ago.
Yeah.
But now we had a chance since then. This inspired Damon partially to build our Aperta. So her comes with no windshield. Part of the inspiration came from seeing this car here, and this crazy son of a bitch. Did you spec the green, or
yes?
This is all your mind.
Yeah. No, it's the same green as on the 812.
Is it the same paint code?
Yeah, and it's called Verdi High Curse.
Verdi High Curse?
Yeah, Curse, because it was released with the kinetic engine replacements. Curse, Kers.
Okay.
And it's because when it was launched with Ferrari, so it's got that's on 11 out of 3 of my cars. The 812, this one, and my Competizione Aperta, which is on the way, has it as well. But
can you give us 5 crazy facts about this car, some weird quirks or features?
One of the weirdest things is I love the rear view mirror. Quirks and features. This whole piece, the entire hood, of course, is all carbon fiber. But it weighs like 5 pounds.
Really, the whole angle on the front.
You lift this thing up, it almost is kind of wild because you don't really feel like you almost throw it through the roof. You think it's too light. 5 is tricky.
Here, your mirror. What's some of that?
Mirror's goofy, but where else are you gonna put it? You have to be able to see what's behind you. It's got everything. It's got a radio.
No shit.
But it has no CD player.
Let me ask you this. How do you open the door?
The door, it's only on the inside. There it is right there. I haven't found one on the outside. Maybe there's one. But no, there's,
look at that little, pardon my language, bitch-ass door.
Isn't it?
It's so cute.
And it's actually almost high because it's actually, for a Ferrari where you're sitting so low, you have to sort of, to get into it. I usually stand on the freaking seat and then slide in. Well, sometimes you see foot marks on it.
Well, yeah, it is quite so if you get low for a second, the seat sits a solid 6 inches lower than the actual door sill. So to get in this thing, I mean, I guess you'd have to use the steering wheel, put a leg in it, right? This is the wrong leg. Here, hold on. You want to hold that?
Yes, sir.
Just keep it that way so the backlight doesn't mess it up.
Yeah.
So without putting my foot on the seat of Jordan's, how much is this car worth?
Lots. Well, I bought it for $2 million US. That's probably 4, 5, maybe.
Okay, so without damaging this $4 or $5 million car, with my hand on top of the seat, I'm gonna reach over gently. By the way, I'm wearing Gucci's to match you a little bit today.
Nice, that's nice.
It's the best I could do.
Yeah.
Short notice.
Start somewhere, man.
And then hand on the steering wheel, hand back on the seat.
Yeah, that's probably the right way to do it.
Over the top, down and in. And then I'm not gonna slide against the seat. I'm gonna gently drop myself in.
There you go. How do you feel? You feel more powerful?
Rich.
You feel more important?
Well, you need to you just drive this downtown Vancouver.
Yeah,
Get
that's
out of the
true
way.
because most people wouldn't like you. They don't like you anyways.
This is this camera. I'll show them.
Yeah.
Here's a cockpit perspective, you guys. So there's that little door. Like, it is hilarious. You have your mirror adjustment on it. You have a USB charger right here because it's not street legal. But if you want to charge your phone in the garage, you've got a USB charger in this thing.
Well, if you're in Europe, it's street legal. I mean, there's lots of places you can. There's ways around. You can get day insurance, you can show insurance.
Okay. So you can take it on gumball, you're scared to do it.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because it's $5 million.
It's kind of like, it's like driving the Mona Lisa down the road in the rain.
You don't take your head prostitute on the road with you.
And
now,
also with British Columbia, I can't get it. I can't get collision insurance on it.
Oh, right. So the lighting's really bad. You can't get collision insurance here. But check this out. Look how plain these switches are, by the way. You'd expect some fancy panels, some graphics and all that, but it's very simple, which I like. Which also cool, it's all tactile. So really, if you're wearing driving gloves, you can operate all these buttons. There's enough room in between them and tactile feel to actually operate this entire switch panel with gloves, which I assume is Ferrari's intention.
Yes, same control panels as you get in the more or less as the challenge car, except without the launch weapons.
Say less,
stuff like that.
because race car.
Yeah.
There's really cool mirrors, all solid carbon here. And if you have a passenger, you can't grab them easily. Run in their mouth. Shut up, Damon. Sit there. This is my $5 million car. Turn signals are on the steering wheel. Brights, suspension controls. Honestly, it's a great car, and this is a V12.
Yes.
So it's the same engine, similar engine as in your 812 Superfast.
Yes.
They probably tweak a few things.
Yeah, they made it a bit more, but it's more or less the same. Weighs a lot less.
I think now it's time to go and see Jordan's new baby. And can that car be driven on the streets?
Yes.
Can you guess what it is yet? Well, let's go find out. Because race car for a moment, we have a 488 challenge car right here.
Challenge Evo, yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun for the track. Do you ever do track days or anything?
I have. I've got one of these in my garage at home.
You got one of these?
Yeah. Yeah, mine's got about 130 kilometers on that one too. But yeah, I got it, and then I decided not to do the racing series. I didn't have the time. I saw it. It's freaking a bloodbath out there. You know, when you see.
Oh, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
When you actually join the challenge program.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, there's guys out there that don't give a fuck.
Well, they want to win, and they'll literally they bring in more than one car because they know they're going to need it.
They're gonna put you into a wall.
Yeah.
But just even for like a track day, like Area 27 or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why I kept it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I mean, they're not worth that much for resale.
No. It's.
But mine could, because mine's only got 100 kilometers on it. It's probably it's one of the really late ones, so it's probably one of the most unused, unraced, untracked
Did you sell
track
it?
cars. That's why I'm going to hold it and see if the value goes up. It could be worth something.
I could lowball you on it.
All right.
Would be cool also to take some of these parts and put them on a street car because there's some really cool features like the hood, obviously, all these intakes and cooling systems is awesome. The front bumper is epic with the canards. But check this out. This little splitter wing right here under the mirror. How cool is that?
And that's to direct air to make sure that it gets into the intake back there.
Right here, the cooling system.
Getting enough air, 'cause that also feeds the engine. Because the idea is when this thing's going hot, how much air it needs to get through that engine every minute just to keep the combustion going is amazing.
And we have that classic 488 Challenge wing, all carbon. Look at the end plates on this thing. Super sick. So it is fun taking race parts to put on street cars. I'm just saying, to have a street 488 and do these would be really cool. Little feature, kind of fun.
Mine I drive around my neighborhood every once in a while, just for fun.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
We live in a really rough area, so no one notices.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, they don't mind.
They don't mind. Holy, the car's right here.
Yeah, this is the new one.
This is baby. The craziest looking Ferrari that I've ever seen. Now, I'm making you guys wait for a second, but the livery is painted on. And there's so many details. Damon would be losing his mind if he was here right now. There's some quirks and features I've seen right away that are like interesting. And also some really thoughtful things. So without any further ado, tell them what you bought.
This is I guess it's 2025 Daytona SP3.
The 2025 Daytona SP3. Look at this thing. Now right away, I'll give you guys a walk around because I'm gonna get excited and start talking fast, but let's just slowly take a minute and really think about what we're looking at right now. Naturally aspirated V12, right? There's no hybrid or anything in this.
No, it's no
This
electric.
is a real gas burning car. This 42 here is Jordan's gumball number. That's paint. So it's actually at the factory in Italy, painted on this car. The shields are also painted, has these gorgeous wheels. Look at the size of the mirrors on the fender. Just understand how much that sticks out. When you drive this thing, how spatially aware you're gonna have to be for pedestrians when you're parking it and whatnot. And this car is completely street legal.
Yes.
So you can drive this on the street. So I'm gonna do.
That one's bigger.
Is it bigger?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Good call. So let me just do this. Let me walk around for you guys. I'll point out some of the things I noticed right away off camera. These guys are doing a PPI, so this just came off the boat from Italy.
Yeah.
You haven't taken delivery yet. That's why it's gonna be dirt. It's what's gonna have stickers on it because this is how it came a few days ago.
Yeah, when it came originally, it only had one of the rear mirrors on it. The other one has to be bolted on and put on here because it's too wide with the mirrors on to fit into a truck with the top on it.
Dude.
So that really tells you about how wide.
So that's why I just want to explain why. Like, obviously, Ferrari didn't deliver it like this. This is obviously being delivered, and they're just literally unpacking it right now, putting it together, putting the mirrors on. But again, I keep on talking. I'm gonna walk around, show you the entire car, then I'll talk about it. So let's see the front. The front's crazy. Like, look at this thing. Incredible. Same thing in the front. That is paint. Has all these details with the headlights, with obviously this for aero. A little bit of Testarossa vibe right there in the front bumper. Okay, so some things I noticed right away. This mirror is quite larger than that mirror. So for reasons, probably for visibility and whatnot, it's a quirk and feature of the SP3 Daytona.
Well, it's going to need to be because it's further away from the driver.
Right.
When you sort of think about where that is compared to where you're used to it being.
Now let's look at the interior. These seats, look at the headrests. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Come sit in this thing. I want to see you get in here.
It's it's not the most elegant.
Because it has one feature people might not know, and that's a really doubt in the Ferrari, but the doors on this car, they go up.
Straight up and down.
That is incredible.
But if you're tall, you bump your head getting in, right?
It can't be easy.
That's not bad. It's getting out you worry about. You don't get out of a Ferrari, you escape it.
No, that headrest is very race car. How it wraps
it's
around.
very hands.
Yeah. It's got that feature which is pretty cool. Steering wheel has some pretty cool details. There's buttons. There's touch screen buttons. There's some modern touches there.
Well, that's one of the amalgamations for the Monza is to change the seat belts from the full racing seat belts to a regular North American one. Because the rule in at least Canada and the States, as far as I know, is someone has to be able to cut you out of your seatbelt.
Oh.
It has to be one thing. So it has to be like in Canada. So that if you look, this one has just a regular old North American seatbelt in it. Whereas the Monza's got the full multiple buckles.
Look at this. Daytona SP3. Gorgeous interior. But now in the back, we're gonna pop this in a second because earlier off camera, we saw this open and this thing is so wide and the intake manifold is full carbon. Anyways, it's sick. We'll get to that. But check this out. So this is obviously the exhaust for the V12. This is the carbon trim piece. But they've actually already pre-weathered it because heat makes carbon turn yellow. So Ferrari thought of this. They wanted to obviously always look the same. So they heat treated this at some level to give it that patina off the bat. Again, more Testarossa inspiration here. The main event is under this hood.
Never released.
Damn. How sick is that?
That's amazing because all the other V12s I've driven from Ferrari have always been front. This is a proper mid-engine car, so it's gonna be amazing.
Proper mid-engine Ferrari. Damn.
Yeah, well, the reason you couldn't take this in a gumball, that's your storage.
Well, what's this? Is your...
That's I think this is a something to put over the roof.
Oh,
it's not self-contained. You have somewhere to put it.
Right, so that roof obviously tugger style.
Inside the car anywhere. So you either guys can put it in the passenger seat maybe.
Okay, so that's fine. What's this thing?
That's for if you pop a tire.
All right.
And your license plate, yeah.
Get a little present from Ferrari. You want to see what Ferrari got you in there?
Let's see what that is. This is a no, it's actually I don't even know what that is. What is that?
A little screwdriver. Clean your teeth.
Nice little screwdriver.
Clean your teeth clean. And we've got the air flat system, so pretty basic up front.
Yeah, and then
but again, all carbon.
Yeah, well, everything's carbon in this thing, right? There was a very few options.
Front plate, so this is for a front plate adapter.
Yeah, and then you got this thing, and I think underneath here.
Yeah, the QR code, pull that out.
Yeah. It took us a while to find it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a little front.
Yeah.
And you're used to an A12, which literally holds everything.
Well, since I started doing the gumball with Stephanie, I've lost all of I get like one small carry-on bag.
You get that tracksuit.
Basically, right?
And it's reversible, thank God.
Well, that's why I had to, for this gumball, I had to vacuum seal all of my outfits so that they could actually fit.
I remember that, that was smart. So there it is, you guys. Now, these gentlemen right now are very kind. So huge thank you to Ferrari Vancouver for allowing us in here to do this quickly. They're very busy back here. I want to show you guys this car. I was not planning this video today. I was in Vancouver and Jordan and I were like, hey, how's it going? Let's grab some food together. Oh, by the way, my SP3 Daytona just showed up. I'm like, that's a video. And it's really cool. It's cool to see a car that's this crazy. And a lot of cars that aren't, especially nowadays, a lot of cars being built aren't exciting. No offense to Tura, but
yeah,
right? You know, where's where we're at now.
True story.
And being in a pure V12 Ferrari, this thing, with the proper exhaust on it, Jordan.
Oh yeah, no, we'll do all the tricks.
You gotta straight pipe this thing, man.
All right.
It needs the pipes, it needs to scream. And you gotta, maybe not a gumball on this, maybe a gumball, it's up to you. But definitely,
we can find somewhere to drive. We can find somewhere.
Come for a BC drive once it warms up, because obviously, or you put snow tires on it. Take it to Whistler this weekend.
Yeah, we could do that. But that's what the Purosangue is for. I gotta
Which we're gonna go for a drive in next.
Let's go do that now.
All right, first time in the Ferrari V12 SUV. I can't pronounce the name. It's a four-door V12, just like all Jordan's cars so far, so this is definitely a V12 vlog. It's got snow tires on it, 'cause we're in Canada. Huge wheels, all carbon in the back. Super sick. I love the brakes. So based on aesthetics, you guys, would you pick this or an Urus? Urus has been around for a while, this is new. Urus is definitely a little bit bigger. Urus don't sound like that. The door handles. Oh, I love the interior. Look at this. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I went with the simple spec. Not too much, although it's got all the carbon fiber.
So, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
When it comes to speccing this car and buying this car, cost-wise compared to an Urus, where's it set at? What's the stage set at?
What does an Urus cost?
Like 400.
This cost me in Canadian dollars.
Yeah, Canadian 400.
I think around 900.
Are these that much money?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the way this is spec'd out, which is not too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
How much is like a base poor man spec? $500,000?
You know, I have no
Probably
idea.
more than that. You don't have $4,000 in add-ons in here, do you? Dude, look at the back seats. This thing is dope.
So it's got my house coat in it. I put the
Yeah,
house.
hey, no, put it on.
I put the house coat on for this front seat backwards. I'm taking out the dog.
Dude, the seats are sick.
Isn't that great?
And you've got this leather and Alcantara and suede, it looks like. I have my own screen right here, which I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, you've got more control over the infotainment system than I do.
Well, I hope you like pornography because we are about to go on the hub.
So we can go on the. You want a?
What's this all about?
We can give you a
Look how
massage.
fancy that is. No.
Can you feel it?
A Ferrari massage?
Yeah, you feel it? Well, it's coming on my seat. Okay, let's
I don't feel
do
it.
that. Okay, there we go over your seat. Let's learn how to operate it, and then we'll do one of these.
Oh yeah.
See, isn't that nice?
I can't believe these are that much money. I haven't looked into it. This came out. And some people bash the styling. They called it basically a Mazda CX-3. It's nothing like a Mazda CX-3. The build quality is bar none. The interior fit and finish is like...
Well, the silhouette's about the same. But if you saw
there's
them
similarities, but they're SUV crossovers.
And they all. I mean, if you put the base outline of a SUV, you're gonna be able to pick this up from 5 different brands.
Can I say something controversial for a second?
Sure.
And we're at Ferrari. I want to be respectful of Ferrari's brand, but I almost feel like the SP3 Daytona should have been the LaFerrari replacement compared to the F80. V12, doors go up.
Here's why I disagree. Because the Icona series is looking back.
Correct.
Right? So the Monza, these are all based off of very significant historical Ferraris.
Totally.
Those Halo series Ferraris, your Enzo, the Dino, the F40, the F50, your LaFerrari. Those ones were all telling Ferrari saying what they're doing next. They're always looking forward with those cars. And that's, I think, when you look at the F80, it looks like the SF90XX almost, with it actually having, because they always said they generally weren't going to put any active downforce stuff that's outside of the base body of the car. That's why you rarely see, except on the track cars, you'll see an external fin on it. So they've started doing that. So this is Ferrari saying what the next 10 years are going to be for them, not the last 10 years.
Okay, so we have to. So we have to accept.
Two more Iconas to come.
We have to accept that the V12 will be gone one day.
Yeah, I mean, Ferrari's holding on with their fingernails. They keep having, one more. I've been sold, this is going to be the last Ferrari with the V12 on at least 3 Ferraris, right? Actually, first it was the Lusso. They always said, okay, with this and the A12, that's the end of them. And then, then you heard the Competizione, okay, then we're done. Then we'll go the 12 Cilindri, and then we're done.
Oh yeah, I
right?
that.
But they're making such small numbers of those now that, they are essentially getting harder and harder to get, because all of those cars don't have a big number of build slots open. Right, the 12 Cilindri, I've got a Spider or a Parrot, whichever one it is.
That's well said. That was a good rebuttal in a master debate. I think when I look at the Daytona, it's just so crazy looking. It's a really fun car. It might be I'm trying to think right now, the lineage of Ferrari, like the most fun and playful car they've built. It's insane.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I mean, compared to LaFerrari, obviously, but just like, that's such a crazy car.
That's not replacing it. No, I mean, and that Icona series is building some good cars. The Monza, say what you will about it not being street legal, it stands out.
Oh yeah.
You look at some I mean, a lot of the Ferrari lines, they get criticized, they never change. They look the same.
Yeah.
Porsche is obviously the worst.
Yeah, Porsche is the worst.
You know, because they.
You're not a Porsche guy at all. They all.
Oh, I used to own.
But if you have a GT3 RS or a Boxer, to a non-car person, they probably can barely tell a difference unless they're next to each other.
No idea. Well, even from any of the Porsches, they just think it's a Porsche.
Well, we have a really good debate. Now, if we're driving, I put my seatbelt on. Jordan went with a little bit of the fuck you red seatbelt.
Yeah, but I figured if I'm gonna get it for most of my Ferraris, I don't even that's a red, but that's a special red. But this is Rosa Corsa. I figured if I'm gonna drive a Ferrari SUV as my at least wintertime daily driver, it's gonna scream Ferrari.
So is this what you daily now?
Well, for the wintertime, yeah.
Hey, Maserati.
Yeah.
Get out of here! By the way, this thing would destroy that thing in a race. What do you think of the MC20?
You know, the problem is I have access to the Ferraris I have access to, so I don't. I mean, for the price point, it's a bit cheaper, obviously. It's an amazing car.
They've eaten shit in value.
Yeah, but
they're a bargain now.
You know, I don't want to insult the brand, but that's what they do.
But you know, if you're buying a car, like most people, including yourself, when you buy a Ferrari, a special car like this, you know that you're spending the money, but you're also either banking money or you're investing money.
Yeah.
You're not buying a car for $2 million and have nothing left and it's gone.
No, you're never gonna. That car, you know. Well, apparently they've had calls. I can't sell it for 2 years because of the way you buy these things. But apparently, I talked to a friend of mine in the know, and they've been getting calls from people from certain parts of the world with prices offering up to $10 million US for a Daytona.
10 million US?
Yeah. That's the kind of that's because it's that. Because I think it's like you were saying, it's that special a car that it's just already getting that kind of attention.
I might kidnap you at the end of this video.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time.
So now we're doing our own gumball version, our own gumball rally here in Vancouver.
Yeah,
this is downtown over here, and it's currently January, so it's pretty gray, but it's pretty cool architecture. This thing sounds great.
It does sound amazing. And it drives, I'll tell you, the drive on this, you wouldn't know. My Lusso always felt a bit fat. You know what I mean? Like it just felt as heavy.
I know the feeling.
This thing really does feel the same driving experience as most of their cars. You know, like through the way the steering, the acceleration line, like all that kind of stuff. It is the best driving vehicle that has 4 seats I've ever had, and it's amazing.
So it really is an update on the Lusso as far as back. That's not a full-fledged SUV. I think the Ursa's trying more to be an SUV competitor, and this is more like a 4-seater Ferrari competitor.
Yeah, it doesn't, because this is a lot smaller than those.
It's a lot smaller.
If you look at the back, the trunk area isn't that big, but you know, I suppose you could put a roof rack on it. That's what we do these days on these things, I guess. And I'm not sure if there's what you do with skis. I haven't even looked into
you know what? We'll have to look in a second, but I think the trunk is quite small.
Yeah, no, it's compared to
what's cool is the glass actually has, like, you look at that little slit right there, the glass looks like it's molded to the body line right there in the corner. We'll check that out in a bit.
And it's like with the, it's my old daily driver that, remember the old SUV was Maserati Levante Trofeo.
Twin turbo V8, which is the 488 motor.
Basically the Ferrari test car of doing one of their engines in one of these things. And that was way bigger than this. Yeah. You know, like it was a proper, like, full-size SUV.
And that's a good buy. Those things are cheap.
Yeah, no, but I was surprised how much I got when I traded in.
Really?
You know, I was pleasantly surprised. But, you know, I was trading in a Maserati and I knew how it was treated, so.
Video, be quiet.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, no, yeah, okay. Check this out. So this button pops out, and right now my seat's on fire, but I can go all the way to cool, all the way to hot. And then to change seats, I press this, press my seat, press back, and turn my heated seat off. You know what? It's pretty complicated.
Yeah, and like I said, you can't do it unless you're looking at it. So as a driver, you really have one job to drive.
You are the pilot in this thing.
And I haven't been in the back, but it looks like it's more or less the same experience with the,
what the hell is all this? Like, there's a button right here.
Yeah, it's the same kind of deal.
Oh, whoa, God. That's fancy. Whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
There's your 900 grand right there, that knob.
Yeah, it was well spent.
Money well spent. Something's happening up here. Yeah. This guy is blocking this intersection.
They knew we were coming.
So Vancouver police, so I'm trying to have the camera for you, buddy, so you can see. So here, unmarked police cars is the norm. It can be anything. It can be a minivan, it can be an F-150. There's the cop right there.
He looks chill.
He's looking at you.
Well, and the good thing is I've got a front plate on this one. I have front plates on
that
this
helps. What's happening right now, do you think?
I have no idea. I saw a bunch of fire trucks going this way earlier. So maybe something's on fire?
I don't think he's here for you.
I don't know. I mean, like, they're usually better looking.
Thanks for your time. Say hi to the wife and the family.
Yeah.
I hopefully I'll see you along for our next gumball. So you guys, give a follow on Instagram. I'll put a link below. Follow me on Instagram. George, our gumball homie. When we were in Gumball Europe, he was trying to get arrested by driving so fast, and he couldn't do it. He was passing cops, passing everybody.
Well, you helped. You actually almost made it happen. You got to go look at the Italy episode for that.
Goals. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks again. Later, bro.
Cheers,
get in
bro.
that thing. I want to hear it. Give us a cold start.
Two of them.
Yay.
That's the one I got made for Steph. So they give you two of the big man ones, so I had that made for Steph for small lady fingers.
That's nice to do.
Trying to stay married. Cheers, bro.
Yeah. This is a 360 Challenge Stradale. So right now I can call out the Stradman for never actually owning a Stradale, even though he named his channel Stradman.
So I didn't even know that, but that's the coolest thing I've heard.
But like for him, he's rich. This is a cheap car for him. What's his car worth?
This car is not cheap. This is 400 grand Canadian.
What?
For something this nice. But
Well, it's got carbon brakes on an old 360 because a lot of them didn't have carbon brakes on them.
no. So for Stradale they did, a Challenge Stradale had them, but all the 360s were just base cars. Like comparatively, a regular 360 is worth what, 100 grand, 125 grand Canadian.
Right.
So this is just a special car.
How many miles or kilometers are on it?
This one has 12,000.
Oh yeah, so this is a collector spec. Looks great in red, and it literally is perfect.
It's perfect. It's a stripe delete car, so it doesn't have the tricolor stripe on it, which, good or bad, some people love it, some people hate it, but this is my perfect spec for this car. This one, we just got it, absolutely flawless. I'm just changing the radio because it had an aftermarket radio.
Hate that.
Yeah.
My Squadra Corsa from Rohan has aftermarket radio in it.
Oh no.
Like, you don't buy that. The music, it sounds like crap. Like, you had the best head unit. The speakers are
Yeah,
garbage.
if the speakers haven't been done or anything hasn't been done, change whatever you want in the front end. It's not going to change anything. So.
And you got your Bugatti all dialed in now?
This is the second one. This one's going to be for sale.
Really?
Yeah, this one's for sale. The purple one is the one that's the one at home that I keep.
Right.
But this one is absolutely perfect now. We fixed everything you can imagine, from the underside to the...
So was the ownership history, was a celebrity that owned this one at one point? Manny? Yeah.
Manny Coachman. Then it went to one of Houston Crosta's customers at Royalty.
Yep.
And then Houston got it back. Then Houston wanted a car from me, so we did a trade.
Got it.
Yeah. And,
So Manny was the first owner of this car?
no, I think he was the second owner as
Got
well. But this car's had a very good service history, but the last two guys that got it, not Houston himself, but the last two guys that got it after Manny, even though they serviced it, they did like 2 different wraps on it. They did a bunch of stuff on it. So once you start doing that, you take apart the door handles and nothing,
everything's a little
the
bit.
mirrors didn't work, the lights didn't flash properly,
Yeah.
like nothing worked. So we took the whole thing apart, serviced it, removed, did a PAX delete for the tires. We got new wheels and tires. The air suspension, not the air suspension, the active arrow was broken. So we fixed that, and then that was it.
That's why you want to have your car wrapped like at PFS where things work. Some of the discount wrap shops I've used in the past.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Also, like your touchless entry for your door handle doesn't work. A mirror doesn't work. That little stuff, but like it adds up.
This one door, guys, the first time I grabbed it, it was almost like I could have ripped it right off the door handle.
Really?
It was so loose. Yes, it opened the door, but it was like clank, 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 clank. And I was like, what the hell happened here? Then I took it apart. There was vinyl underneath it. These mirrors had you can't see it in the video, but the mirrors had vinyl underneath it, all through the cracks here. The lights were, like, it was a complete disaster.
But now it's perfect.
Now it's 100% perfect. I fixed everything. I've spent a lot of money. It's been serviced, tires, active arrows fixed. The interior, I changed all the Alcantara to new.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so everything's new.
Wow.
And then in the middle where the radio is, you see the radio, all
Yep.
that black stuff around it?
Yep.
Those are all scratched out. So I replaced those.
So it's big money you put into this car to get in
I
here.
put a good 100 grand into this car, so.
And then what's the market on these like? What's this car worth
So-
today? Or what are you listing it for, I should say?
It's interesting. So this car, 2 years ago was probably 900 grand.
Yeah, they're under $1 million
They were
for
under
sure.
$1 million. Everybody got one, whatever. Now you can't find a good one. right? So everyone that I've seen kind of do a deal on is around 1.2 to 1.4.
Okay.
Needing something.
Yeah.
So I would probably ask 1,399,000. This has a bit higher mileage as 19,000 miles, but it has such a good history that I would rather have this car than a couple of those 3,000 kilometer cars. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got one. I think Hoovie's Garage got one. Ed just got one, and they're going through the motions of fixing everything. Well, it's not cheap, right? So you get a deal on the car,
right?
But you got to go spend $200-300 grand to make it right. But I can tell you, and I'm telling you because I love the cars, but I think these are the next cars to do the next generation of step ups to the big dollars. I
agree, because when they came out, they were controversial. They were crazy.
But it was the first thing. It was the first car that did everything, other than the F1 and cars like that. But this was the car that you could drive, everything worked, fast as hell. You know what I mean? And Volkswagen.
Yeah, they're reliable. You can drive this. You can, and they've done it. People can daily drive these cars, and at this point, I mean, this car is now getting about 18 years. How old is this one?
This is a 06, so this is now
19 years old, 19 and it's still.
But it's like
it hasn't aged either.
It's an Audi R8.
Yeah.
You get in it, you can see everything. You just turn the key, start it up. Yes, there are little gremlins here and there, but every car that's 20 years old has gremlins. You know what I mean? So for the bang for the buck, buying this or buying, let's say, I don't know, $1 million Revuelto, great example.
Yeah.
Do you want something that's a piece of history in your, like if your collection, this is the car, right? If you want a regular car to drive around and it's the newest and the best and the craziest, you go buy a Revuelto. But for value, something like this is where you go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It is gorgeous. Well, sir, I'm off to Surrey.
All right.
So it's good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend. Left hand, that was weird. It's nice though, right? A little bit of hair.